God Shiva speaks. The Father says, the sanskars, habits of the skills of science with which they will build airplanes and buildings, etc., will go with them to establish the new pure world in the golden aged heaven. Although they may not take knowledge here, those skills will go with them there in heaven. Gateway to Heaven, the 20th of December 2021. God Shiva speaks. The Father says, you know how all of these old things are going to be destroyed. The skills of science will remain all the time. This science is also knowledge through which airplanes and electricity have all been invented. They didn't exist previously, but have been invented recently. The world will continue. Bharat is an eternal land. There is no annihilation. The skills of science through which you receive so much happiness also exist in the golden aged heaven. Things that you have learned are useful in your next birth. Gateway to Heaven, the 20th of December 2021. God Shiva speaks. The Father says, there is a new world which is heaven. There will be the people who build airplanes, etc. The world will continue, and those who manufacture those things will come again too. Their final thoughts will lead them to their destination. Although they don't have this knowledge, they will definitely come and invent new things. Gateway to Heaven, the 20th of December 2021. God Shiva speaks. The Father says, you must definitely explain to them that this old world is to be destroyed. There is a huge burden of sin on your heads. This is the impure old world in which you have committed many sins. Gateway to Heaven, the 20th of December 2021. God Shiva speaks. The Father says, you Brahmins, the mouth-born creation of Prajapita Brahma, have the knowledge of how this world cycle turns and what happens from the Golden Age to the end of the Iron Age. In the Golden Age, no one is aware that there will be the Silver Age after the Golden Age. There in the Golden Age, you experience your reward that you are now making effort for. You are now becoming wise. You know that I, God, the spiritual Father of all souls, is teaching you. Gateway to Heaven, the 20th of December 2021. God Shiva speaks. The Father says, I, God, the Father of all souls, is the world almighty authority, whereas those people is authority of the scriptures. Those people who study the scriptures cannot be called the Almighty. All the scriptures belong to the path of devotion, whereas I, God the Father of all souls, is teaching you Brahmins, the mouth-born creation of Prajapita Brahma, new things for the new world which is heaven. Gateway to Heaven, the 20th of December 2021. God Shiva speaks. The Father says, you Brahmins, the mouth-born creation of Prajapita Brahma, know Christ will come once again at his own time. It was as though the Christians has their kingdom over the world. But how could that be possible? How could everyone have the same divine directions? No one apart from you Brahman souls can understand these things. Gateway to Heaven, the 20th of December 2021. God Shiva speaks. The Father says, previously you two did not know anything. You now become Brahmins, the male-born creation of Prajapita Brahma, and you know that your age is completely separate. The Brahman religion is established at this confluence age through Prajapita Brahma. You Brahmins are Raj Rishis, royal renunciates, gateway to heaven, the 20th of December 2021. God Shiva speaks. The Father says, you Brahmins, the male-born creation of Prajapita Brahma, is becoming pure once again, and you are attaining your kingdom from me, God Shiva, the Father of all souls, Shiv Baba, point of light Father. Those people have yoga, remembrance with the Brahm element, not with me, God Shiva, the Father of all souls. Some have yoga with one thing, and others have yoga with something else. Some are worshippers of someone, and others are worshippers of someone else. None of them apart from you Brahman souls know who I, God Shiva, the highest on high Father of all souls is. Gateway to Heaven, the 20th of December 2021. God Shiva speaks. The Father says, there is little time left and destruction is just ahead. You Brahmins, the male-born creation of Prajapita Brahma's souls, definitely have to attain your karmatic stage before destruction begins. Remembrance of me, God the Father of all souls, is most essential for becoming pure from impure. There is no other way to become pure. You have to look after yourselves. Have the concern to become pure, because each one of you has a burden of sin of many birds on your head. Gateway to Heaven, the 20th of December 2021. God Shiva speaks. The Father says, at school too you are concerned you pass in certain subjects. The main subject in this is remembrance of me, God the Father of all souls. You also need to have the knowledge of the beginning, middle, and the end of this world cycle. Your intellects have the knowledge of the whole ladder and how you are climbing the ladder to the golden aged heaven once again, the Sun dynasty, by having remembrance of me, God the Father of all souls. Gateway to Heaven, the 20th of December 2021. God Shiva speaks. The Father says, you will claim the inheritance of liberation and life from me, God the Father of all souls, in this birth and become deities, residents of heaven, in your next birth. You were part of the Sun dynasty, and then became part of the Moon dynasty, and then the Merchant dynasty. I, God the Father of all souls, now makes you into Brahmins, the male-born creation of Prajapita Brahma. You Brahmins are the top knot. I, God the highest and high Father of all souls, came and is establishing three religions at the same time: Brahman, deity, and warriors. You know that you are now in the Brahman clan. You will then go into the deity clan. Gateway to Heaven, the 20th of December 2021. God Shiva speaks. The Father says, students can understand for themselves whether they will pass or not. So few of you out of hundreds of thousands receive a scholarship. The 8 main souls who pass with honors are of gold. The 108 souls are of silver, and the 16,000 are of copper. For instance, when the Pope gives medals, he doesn't give everyone a golden medal. Some will receive a medal of gold and others of silver. The rosary is also created like that. You want to claim the golden prize. By claiming the silver prize, you become part of the Moon Dynasty. Remember me, God the Father of all souls, and your sins will be absolved. There is no other way to become pure without punishment. Just have the concern to pass. Gateway to Heaven, the 20th of December 2021.